Good morning. I hope you're having an excellent day today on this beautiful fall morning. So today you're going to need a set of light weights. If you don't have light weights, you can use water bottles or soup cans, or you can do it weight free. You don't have to have the weights. If you want to also have something handy that you can use as a ball, if you have a ball just about this big that's got a little bit of give, but you could also use a throw pillow or a stuffed animal, something along those lines, a rolled up towel that will just help give you a little bit extra support in some of our different exercises today. Make sure that you are healthy enough for exercise. Make sure that you have plenty of space to move. If you want to put on a little bit of music to get into the mood, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And if you have a yoga mat, it just, for a little extra grip, but you don't have to have one. That's not a requirement. One other thing too is water. You're probably going to want to have some water because we'll definitely be working up a bit of a sweat. So let's go ahead and get started. Come to the center of your space and I want you to bring your heels together. We're going to get into those heels a little bit. We're just going to start with a little warm up here. So arms extend out to the side, and as you bend your knees, roll those shoulders forward and then open up the chest. Forward and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Think of closing in and opening up. Last one. We're going to take it up on toes. Arms go overhead. Nice, gentle movement. Last one. Excellent job. We're going to come out to a little side lunge here. So we're going to move this right leg halfway, all the way, little pulse, pulse, bring it in. Feet facing forward, hips forward, pulse, pulse, in. With every one that you go out, take it just a little bit deeper. Waking up this right leg, but also this left inner thigh here. Out, out, little pulse, pulse, in. Nice job. Take it out, out, pulse, pulse, in. We're going to take it out and hold. Get a little bit deeper, little pulses here. Lifting up, and bring it in. Move into your other side. Here we go. Out, out, pulse, pulse, in, out, out, pulse, pulse, in. Get a little bit deeper every time. Wake up those legs. Nice job. Keep it going. Take it down and hold. Little pulse. We're not in a hurry here. Gentle. And walk it in. Nice work. Arms come into the center, then lift overhead. We bring that right knee up. Arms go over that knee. You should be feeling it in your lower back, in your abs, in your shoulders, telling them we're going to be moving. Now hold it here, twist away, away. Find that balance, twist, twist, twist. Now switch direction, twist. This one's a little trickier. Keep those elbows up. 2, 1, drop it down. Let's do that other side. Arms come overhead. We bring the arms over the knee. Lift, lift. Last one, hold, twist away, twist away. So many parts of your core working to keep you balanced here. Now we go the other direction. Woo, a little trickier. 2 more. Nice job. If you've been doing this for the last couple of weeks, maybe you've seen your balance improve, hopefully. Okay, we're gonna come to a little lunge position here. I want you to bring your right foot forward, and then we're just gonna make sure that both feet are flat on the floor and both feet are facing forward. So adjust as necessary. Then we're gonna hinge forward at those hips. Hinge and lift. Hinge and lift. You should be feeling this in the forward glute and hamstring, as well as in that back calf. And hold. Just hold. Press into that back leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Let's rotate those feet. Both feet facing the same direction. Both heels flat on the floor. Here we go. We hinge. Hinge. A little wobbly. Hinge. Hinge. Nice job. And hold it down. Press into that back heel. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. Come to the edge of your mat. We're gonna walk it out to a plank. So hinge at those hips. Hands come to the mat, walk it out. Hold it here in your plank position. Start with that right knee. We bring it to the center. We cross, take it to the outside. Center, cross, outside. Center, cross, outside. Center, cross, outside. 2 more. Last one. Drop that foot, press into downward dog. Lift those hips. Bring it back out to your plank. We're going to do that other side. Bring up that knee. Center, cross, outside. Center, cross, outside. Center, cross, outside. Center, cross, outside. 2 more. Last one. Drop that foot. Give me another downward dog. Bring it down to your knees, little child's pose. Come on up. All right, set your knees so they're back behind your hips. This is our push-up sequence. Warm up that upper body as well as your chest. We push up in the center. Walk the hands out to the left. Push up. Walk them back to the center. Push up. Out to the right. Back to the center. Off to the left. Back to the center. And to the right. Last set. Center. Left. Right. Sorry, center, then right. And finish in the center. And one more time, press into that child's pose. Stretch through those arms, sit back on your hips. Nice work. Come on up, grab a drink. That brings us to the end of our warm-up. We'll move into our arm and leg section. Throughout the entire workout, if it ever feels like the weights are too much or you don't have weights that you feel like are equal, whatever, make sure you put the weights down. Take a break if you need to, if something feels like it doesn't feel right or it's too much, and feel free to go at your own pace. You don't necessarily have to keep up with me. Just make sure that you're taking care of you and that you are being safe. That's all that really matters. All right, go ahead, grab those weights. Actually, I'm sorry, we're only using one weight, so you just need the one. We're gonna start with the weight in the right hand. You're gonna take that foot out to the side and we curtsy with a little bicep curl. Bring it out, elbow to knee. Curtsy, elbow to knee. Keep your chest lifted, eyes forward. Breathe. Hold that curtsy down. Keep that chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it out to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do another 4 because I should have started with 8. Nice job. Bring that down. Little break, shake it out. We do that other side. Arm comes out, leg comes out. We curtsy, elbow to knee. Keep it going. 4 more just like that. We're going to hold it down in that curtsy. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it out. Elbow to knee. Last one. Nice job. Go ahead, put your weight down. Okay, we're gonna do some side leg lifts with a little glute action going on. So you're gonna take that leg out to the side, we lift, and then bend the knee, take it back behind. The goal is to get into this muscle right here, so we just bend it slightly as we lift. Here we go. Lift, lift. Out to the side, back behind. Just make sure not to keep that leg straight when you go back behind or it just gets into the hamstring, and we'll do those later. If you need to grab onto a wall or a counter for balance, you can do that too. Last one. Take it out, lift, tap, or hover. If you want a little more, just make sure to keep a bend in that standing knee. Last one. Take it to the back, lift, lift, lift. Woo! 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Shake out that leg. It holds you up for a good long while there, right? Okay, we do the left side, starting with the combo. So we lift, lift, out to the back with that bent knee. 4 more. it out to the side. Either tap or hover. Take it to the back. Find your balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Let's grab a drink. Those 2 little movements get your heart rate up, right? Okay, you're gonna need both weights. This is our squat series. So feet are gonna be wide, wider than hip distance, and then both feet are gonna be facing forward. We're gonna do a little squat here, and I want you to remember to push your booty back behind you, keep the knees behind the toes, and I want you to think of dropping your seat as low as you can, but if you need to, work into it. If you need to start a little higher and work into it, that's fine. The goal is to get your seat parallel to the floor, so keep that in mind. Weights go to the backs of your legs as we squat, and then we cross as we push away. Other hand on top. Squat, push, squat, and push. Looks like this. Press, and press. Push that booty back behind. Give me a couple more. Take it down and hold that squat. Half range, all the way down, halfway up. Woo! All right, take it down. We're going to just do little pulses right at the bottom. Keep that chest up. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and press away. Press away. Keep the knees bent. Shoulders dropped. 2 more. And bring it down. Nice. That is some fun little squatting there, right? Okay. Our next little bit, you've got 2 choices. You can either put your weights down and it's still going to be a really good workout, or you can keep the weights and you're just going to hold them. Little isometric hold while we move the upper body. The right heel is going to pop. We're going to move into our little plie and then we pop that right heel. So weights or no weights, you're just going to hold your arms out and then we only shift that upper body. The lower body is not moving at all, other than maybe there's some shaky leg going on. You should be nice and aligned with the shoulders over the hips. All right, we do a little pulse, pulse, pulse. We're not in a hurry here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and press with that right arm out, out, out. Getting a little heavier. And bring it in. Little shoulder roll. Those isometric holds will get to you every time. All right, we do that other side. Pop the left heel, sink into your plie. If you want to do weights again, you can. It's the same on both sides, so it's not going to matter if you don't want to do the weights this time. Here we go. Shift, shift. Press into the ball of that left foot. Shift, shift, woo! Shoulders over hips. Here comes that little pulse, 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 pulse. Nice work. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Really reach that left arm. Almost there. And bring it in. Woo! Arms and shoulders on fire. Got the shaky legs. It's a good little piece of work. Okay, we are going to actually come down to the mat for our next little workout here. You're going to keep those weights and we're gonna bring the knees back so that they're not underneath the hips again, like we did in the warm-up. We're gonna do these little renegade rows by lifting up, up. Bringing that upper arm so it's parallel to the ceiling. Lift, 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 lift. Nice work. Breathe. All right, we're gonna hold it off to one side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. We change it. We go up, extend, bend, down. Up, extend, bend, down. Working those triceps. Keep it going. One more on each side. Nice job. Give me a little stretch here. Excellent work. Whew. Okay, we're gonna move the weights out of the way and do a little hamstring work. So I want you to come down to your forearms. Hands are flat on the floor. Let's bend that right knee and extend the left leg. So the knee is gonna stay underneath your hip, and put your eyes right around where your thumbs are so that you've got a good alignment for your neck. Point that toe, we lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap. Focus on those hamstring muscles at the backs of your upper leg. Now flex your foot, we go all the way up, halfway down. Changes that workout just a little bit. Now point the toe, pulse, pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Pulse, 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 and flex the foot and hold. 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 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Give me a little stretch. Keep the forearms down on the mat, but just sit back on the hips. Nice job. We're going to do that other side. Come forward. Make sure the hands and the forearms are flat. We're going to point that right foot. Left knee is bent and under the hips. Here we go. Lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap. Keep it going. Focus on that right hamstring. 2 more. Now flex that foot all the way up, halfway down. Point the foot and we pulse, 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 pulse. Flex and hold. 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 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. Give me just another little stretch here. Excellent work. Okay, we are going to finish our little section here with some biceps. So grab your weights again. This is all biceps. We're not doing anything with the legs, so it'll give your legs a little break. Just put a little bend in your knees to protect your lower back. We're going to extend fully all the way up and all the way down. That full range of motion, making sure shoulders are dropped, chest is lifted, knees are bent. A little bit more. All right, we change it. We go halfway up, all the way down. Keep that extension at the bottom. Take it all the way up, halfway down. Four more. We're going to go back to that full range, except we alternate. Little pump, pump. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1, and we finish with a hold. Bring those elbows away from the body. Hold, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring it down. Little shoulder roll here. We are going to grab a drink, and then we are going to transition into our core section. So everything in the center. Nice job. We're going to keep those weights. You have a couple of choices here too. So we're going to get into our wide plie, knees and toes out to the corners of the room. You can use no weights. You can use one weight on the bottom, or you can use two weights, one on the top. Both weights is going to really increase the intensity, so if you want to keep it a little more gentle, you can have no weights or just the one weight on the bottom. So we're going to put that bottom arm behind the leg, we're going to bend those knees, and then we lean. Lean. You can see that top arm doesn't really move, we move away from it. Chest is lifted, eyes forward. Give me 2 more. We're going to do a little pulse, pulse, pulse. Just a tiny little movement here. Should be feeling it in those left obliques. And hold. Keep that top arm straight. Shoulder in line with the hip. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. Feel that right here? Well, right here on this one, but we'll feel it on both by the time we're done. Remember to keep the shoulders in line with the hips. No leaning forward on that, and no bringing the arm in front of the face. We want it right overhead. Here we go, that other side. Lean, 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 lean. You've got it. Use your oblique muscles to pull you back up. 2 more. Give me that little pulse, 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 pulse. Nice job. Pulse, 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 and hold. Hold. Keep on holding, but keep that chest up for 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. Excellent. Put your weights down. We're going to do a little stretch there. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle, and then you're going to reach, grab a hold of that right arm, pull that up, stretch through that right oblique muscle, and then follow it all the way around. Let's do that other side. Left ankle over the right, grab that left arm, and follow it around. Okay, let's come down to the floor as we move into the rest of our core section. This is a twist, literally, on a standard earthquake. So this is, again, something, if you want to use weights, you can. If you don't want to, that's good too. I want you to remember to keep your chest up and your chin off your chest. Those legs are going to come up so that they're parallel with the floor. We extend, and then we tap those hips as we extend again. Then we do the other side. Try not to let your hips shift. Try and keep them pointed forward. Breathe. One more set. Finish in the center and bring it down. A little hug around those legs. Big breath. All right, grab your ball, or if you don't have a ball, a throw pillow, a stuffed animal, something you can tuck behind your lower back for a little extra support. We're gonna do some bow and arrows with a little bit of a cross here. So you're gonna take those weights, or weight-free, your choice, feet flat on the ground, and then you're gonna bring them off to one side, and then you're gonna bring that elbow down and tap. So we're reaching at a diagonal. Breathe. Last one, we're gonna do a little half range. Half, half, half. 4 more. Here comes a little pulse, pulse, pulse. Tap that elbow. And if you want, hold here. If you can keep your elbow off the mat, do. Otherwise, you can tap it. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Again, give that little hug around the knees. That is intense, especially when you get into the pulses and the hold. So if you did any or part of it, good on you. Excellent job. All right, let's do that other side. Think of starting out really big and then we just make it smaller and smaller, really getting in deeply to those tiny muscles, okay? Bring the arms across your body and we tap that opposite elbow. Two more. Half range. 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me those pulses. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Keep the elbow up if you can. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Nice. That is hard. So good job. Good job. All right, we're gonna come over to hands and toes for a little plank. You're gonna wanna keep that ball handy because we're gonna put it midway between the knee and the hip. If you have a towel or a pillow, this should still work just fine. The goal is to work our inner thighs. So you're gonna keep that in mind as we jump in here. Hands flat on the floor, and then you're gonna curl one toe and then the next, so that we're in that nice even plank. Go ahead, lift your left foot up, flex that foot, and then we squeeze, 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 squeeze. Then pulse, 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 and hold that squeeze. Keep on holding, keep on holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that foot, drop those knees. Give yourself a little breather. You wouldn't think it was that hard, but when you're in the middle of it, it's definitely one that's gonna get you quick. So good job. Dig deep as we move into this second side. Curl those toes under, press up. This time we lift that right foot, flex the foot, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep on squeezing, squeeze that ball, and pulse, 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 and hold, hold, hold that squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees, take the ball out. Give me a little stretch here in your child's pose. Nice work. All right, let's grab a drink. While you do, I will reassure you that that is probably the last really intense thing we're gonna do. We'll start to dial it down as we move towards our cool down section. Now, in the cool down, we'll have a nice long stretch, which is important because we just need to give those muscles a chance to breathe and relax and be stretched out after we work them. Plus, it's nice and relaxing. All right, grab your weights. This is also something you could do weight-free if it's not something you're feeling right now. You're gonna take those weights and we are going to bring them into a goalpost position. So those elbows are gonna be touching the floor. The feet are flat, except for we're gonna take that leg that's closest to me, and then we're going to lift as we press up and tap the heel. Lift, tap, lift, tap. Now if you want, and you want just a little bit more, just don't tap that foot. Let it hover. Last one. Give me a little half range. Breathe. Can you give a little pulse, pulse, pulse? Control the movement, not a flail. Make it nice and deliberate. And hold. Keep those elbows bent. Hold it here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. All right, we are going to continue with that, except we're going to change our arms. This time the palms are going to face each other so that when we press up, we've changed that angle. This time we do the right leg, or the one that's farthest away from me. Here we go. Lift, tap, lift, tap. Or if you want, let that leg hover. Lift it high. Press up those arms. Last one. Do that half range. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here comes that pulse, 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 and hold. Keep those elbows bent. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Woo! There's definitely a lot of arms in this one, so if it feels like it's too much, you can drop those weights at any time. Okay, we are going to go back to that goalpost position, and this time we're going to change the legs. We bring those knees up, and it's more of a bicycle with the legs. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it all the way down. Catch your breath. Plant those feet. We have just one exercise left, and that is our skull crusher bridges. So, feet are flat on the floor, and your ankles are underneath your knees. We're going to bring those weights overhead, and we're going to lift the hips as we bring the arms forward. This will get into your triceps as well as into your abs and your booty. Really squeeze that booty at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2 more. Keep those knees from moving out to the side by pressing in to the ball of your foot. Here we go, half range. Shortening that movement. Little pulse, pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Pulse, 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 and hold. Hold a little bend to the elbow if you want to keep working those triceps. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. You have made it to the stretch. Put those weights off to the side. Bring your knees into your chest. Little gentle side to side rock. Nice work. Any amount of exercise you did today is better than no exercise at all, so be proud of what you did. We're going to take those knees off to the left. Extend that top leg, grab a hold of your calf or your foot, whatever feels good to you, and pull it up towards your shoulder so that you can feel that stretch through your outer thigh into your glute muscle. If you want, you can extend the right arm out and look over that right shoulder. Get a good rotation through your spine. Go ahead, bend that top leg, roll it back to the center. Extend your legs overhead and bring your upper body up to meet them. Breathe. Go ahead, bend those knees again. And then I'm going to flip around so that I can actually do the other side without hitting my wall. We're going to take the knees off to the right. Extend that top leg. And then if you want to extend the left arm and look over the left shoulder, you can do that as well. Slow your breathing. Slow your heart rate. Go ahead, bend that top knee. Bring it back to the center. Grab a hold of your knees and just open them out to the sides. You can even grab behind your thighs if that feels better. Just let those hips get a good stretch. Let your shoulders drop down to the floor. And bring the soles of your feet together and back towards your body. Again, let your shoulder blades stay in contact with the floor. Release. Go ahead, cross that right ankle over the left knee. Pull it back towards your body. Uncross those legs. Left ankle over the right knee. Relax. And go ahead, uncross those legs. Extend them out in front of you, and then we're going to come up place your hands behind you so that the fingers are facing back towards your body, and then we are just going to press up and open that chest. You can even walk the hands back a little bit if you feel like you need a little more. Just get that good stretch through that chest wall. And release. Roll over to your stomach. Let's do a quad stretch here. So reach back behind, grab a hold of your ankle, pull it back towards your body. Forehead can come down to your forearm. Breathe. Switch sides. Keep your hips in contact with the floor. Release. Press into child's pose. Big toes touching, knees spread wide. Walk those fingertips away from you. Feel that stretch through the shoulders and your outer arms. Let your forehead come down to the floor. Walk your hands off to the left. Settle into that right hip. Feel the stretch down that side body. And walk your hands off to the right. Settle into your left hip. Walk your hands back to center. One last deep stretch. And then walk your hands back in. Go ahead and swing around so you're facing forward. Extend those legs out to the sides, just as far as feels comfortable. We don't need to get too crazy deep here. And then we're gonna walk those hands forward just far enough to where you feel that stretch through your inner thighs. Don't feel like you have to reach a certain place here. We're just, whatever feels good to you, whatever gives you that good movement. Walk your hands off to the right. Grab a hold of that leg wherever you can. And walk it off to the left. Come back to the center. Walk your hands back up. And go ahead and sit however feels comfortable. to you, whatever that means, legs out, in, doesn't matter. We're going to take the arms back behind, clasp those fingers, draw your shoulder blades down and back. Open that chest nice and wide. Feel free to take any movement here that feels good. And then go ahead and reverse that by pressing away from you, rounding the shoulders. Breathe. Come on up. Nice job. Bring those arms overhead, palms together. Drop them down your back to stretch those triceps. Release. And then bring your arms in front of you and just put gentle pressure. Just nice and gentle. Don't feel like you have to bend them back too far. Just gonna stretch up the forearms and into those biceps. Come up nice and slow. All right, I want you to bring one arm across your chest. Keep the shoulder drop down from the ear. Stretch through those shoulders. Open wide. And let's do that other side. And release. Let's go ahead and finish with a couple of little neck stretches here. So light pressure on the crown of your head. Your other hand comes out to the mat or wraps around the back. Don't feel like you have to pull on your head. Just let gravity do the work. Other side. All right, go ahead, put your hands on your knees. We're going to drop the chin to the chest to stretch through the back of your neck. Keep the shoulders dropped. And then to stretch the front, I want you to push through your chin and look up. Come back to center. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale. Breathe in. And and exhale. Continue to follow your breathing. Allowing yourself to relax with every exhale. Let yourself feel centered and focused, and also relaxed and peaceful. That brings us to the end of our class today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you feel strong and empowered and ready to take on the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Have an excellent Wednesday.